You know I love Apple products, right? Check out my channel. But these are two different things I'm going to show you today that Google does better than Apple. Let me know your thoughts. Just it'll get the conversation brewing. Let's get into it. All right, welcome back to the channel. And again, I have to apologize about not posting anything sooner than I have been. I have an eye issue, which has been preventing me from doing some stuff. And then also on top of that, I did get struck with COVID and I'm over that. So hopefully I'm doing fine now. So I had to take a step back for a little while, and it's going to be a little bit slow and touch and go from time to time, but let's move on. So long story short though, there are two things I think that Google does better than Apple. These two examples I'm going to show you. Let me know what you think. I mean, this is just a fun video again. Let me know your thoughts. I know people are going to complain about this and everything else, but that's what makes it fun, right? So there's obviously more. There's a whole bunch of different services people can argue about, and I'm not going to get into that, but these are just two I'm picking out in general. The first one, and there's a reason for it, I'm going to show you what's new on it, but obviously Google Maps, right? So I think most people use Google Maps for either Android Auto or CarPlay, and it's usually your app of choice when you're navigating. I mean, some people will use Waze, some people will use other different types of applications out there. I understand that. But I think most people will say Google Maps are better than Apple Maps in most senses, right? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. So long story short, Google just came out with another feature and it's called Immersive View. So you got to check this out. It's hard to explain exactly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share my screen here and I'm going to show you guys exactly what this is. And then we're going to kind of move on through this and see. Let me know what you think. Is this going to be a game changer just to make the maps even better than what Apple has right now? So Immersive View is coming out soon. I don't think it's out yet, and I'll explain in a second. What it does is if you take a look at this video, you're going to see that it's basically going to take real-time data when you're looking at like street views and stuff like that, and it's going to show you things that are moving like the Ferris wheel. It's going to show you cloud cover and weather. It's going to show you birds, things like that moving around. So everything looks real in the environment. So as you're looking at it again, you can zoom in different areas. This is London, for example. And it's going to allow you to actually see the current weather conditions. If it's raining, if it's night, if it's day, the actual daytime is going to change. You can see here. So everything's changing in real time there. And it's really cool. So if you're looking at it at night, it's going to be at night. I don't know if you can go back because maybe you don't want to see it at nighttime. Then it's actually got this other 3D. They're really working on the inside of these areas, like this restaurant they're showing you, how detailed it is and how 3D it is. And it's... I forget what they actually call that part of it, but long story short, this is called Immersive View. And so it's going to show you like traffic possibly in real time, people walking around, how busy areas are. It's all done through AI. It says it's basically blends live traffic weather, sun or night from Google Maps, Google Earth, and Street View with animated digital models. So that's what it does, and it's basically going to be this new feature. It says, let me see here. Users can also explore inside and around businesses and using its 3D modeling data. So they have advanced 3D modeling data. It's going to be added. I know that's already kind of there, but this is going to be much, much more immersive where you can get into things and look really closely at tables and where you're going to sit and stuff. Interesting stuff. Only Los Angeles, though, London, New York, San Francisco, and Tokyo are going to launch at first. So just those 4 places. And then it looks like they're going to open it up quite a bit more if people like it. So let me know what you think. Is this something that Google does better than Apple? I think that's one thing for sure. So let me know in the comments. Do you guys agree? If that's going to be a reality, and you can go check out an area and see if it's raining there before you actually drive up there. It's kind of cool. You can see the weather in the sky and all that kind of stuff. It seems like it's almost a dream, but it looks like it's coming soon. So let me know your thoughts. All right, and number 2, again, there's other things that Google does better than Apple. And again, you look at my channel. I love Apple, right? But here's some things. I actually have a Pixel 4a 5G. It's a phone, obviously, and it's kind of the A model of Google's phones. I think they do that better than Apple. Let me explain what I'm saying. Pixel just came out with the 6a, which looks like an incredible phone. I'll show it to you here. So it's the Pixel 6a. And you can see it here. I'll go ahead and show you some of the colors. It's just really elegant right now. Comes in this sage color, you can see. Comes in this kind of stormtrooper white. They call it chalk, but it almost looks like a stormtrooper type color. And then the black, the Darth Vader type color. But they have these nice accents over here. I don't know if you can see this. They're all going to have different accents like the gray and the black. the white and the black, and then finally the green and the black. And there's kind of almost 3 different tones here. You can see up here is a different green than down there. So it's kind of really an elegant phone. And you know, the reason I say this is going to be better than what Apple does is because of Apple's lineup. This phone, and let me just get down to what it says basically, but it's only going to be $449. So that's the price point that Google has kind of the niche at. I think on the high-end phones, if you like Apple, you love Apple phones. I understand that. You know, being in the Apple ecosystem, you almost need an Apple phone, and I'm not trying to talk you out of that. But if Apple could figure out a way, I mean, I know that they have the SE phone in there, and the SE phone is kind of, you know, while it's probably faster than this, it's got the newest chip in it. This has got the Tensor chip in it. It's also around the same cost, I think $429 for that SE or $439. This is $449. But this has got a lot of features that one doesn't. And number one is just the modernization of the phone. The other one, look, you know, the Apple phone looks like it's 10 years old, right? It doesn't look good at all. It has huge bezels. You know, you can show them to you right here. Just a really kind of ugly looking phone. I mean, at least in this day and age, it just doesn't seem like it got much of an update, right? This phone did. And so the Pixel 6a, which is kind of their cheap version, it's got a 6.1 inch screen, number one, and that's kind of where you want. That's a sweet spot. It's not too big, not too small. It's not the tiny little one like the SE. It's a lot bigger. So you get a better screen, FHD, and it's an OLED screen. So there you go. That's a little bit better than Apple right there in itself. So OLED up to 60 hertz, but only 60 hertz. You get 6 gigabytes of data, and 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, and then you get the ultimate Google camera, right? It's arguable. I think Apple and Google are very close right now as far as the cameras are concerned. You know, everyone knows, you know, Pixel was the forefront runner on, you know, night shots and everything else with their cameras. Apple caught up, and so it's very close now. That's kind of a crapshoot. The Tensor chip in here is all, you know, that's basically in there as well. So the Tensor chip is kind of Google's kind of answer to Apple's new silicon. So I think Apple's is a little bit faster. I'll give you that much. The battery here is going to be a lot better. It's 4410. So it's in the way that Google does is, and I've tested on my 4A, I can almost get like 2 days of use on them. I know the SE is not that good with the use on it either. So you get a better, you know, you get a better phone for sure as far as battery usage. And then the kicker for me is a fingerprint reader. I like that. So a lot of people may not like that. They want Face ID. That's fine. I like it. I'm not sure I'm going to like this one though because it's in the screen. I actually have a phone that has it on the back, and I like that the best because it's just super quick for me. Everyone's different though. At least they kept that. I just don't want everything to go without that in case it's dark or something. So anyways, I think that they do kind of that low-end phone better than Apple. Apple's higher-end phones are probably better, but the low-end phone in that range, in that $449, you know, anything below $450, somewhere in that range, I think Google has it really nailed there. So let me know what you think. Just a fun video. I like to make videos of all different content that people aren't making out there, so they're going to be a little bit off the cuff. I'm also, like I said, just getting over some stuff, so my videos are not going to be the highest quality right now as far as I have planned in the future. I do still have an eye issue that I'm working on as far as it's hard for me to edit and stuff. So in the future, I've learned to make videos in advance, but it's too late now, so things are going to come slowly. But I hope you guys are enjoying the channel. I hope everyone stays with me, and we'll continue to make more and more videos for everyone soon. So hope everyone stays safe and healthy, and we'll talk to you in the near future. Peace.